I'll read. So, chalk and cheese, what can I say? Um, on the 24th, we won the first three trades. Well, should I say bets? Because we're just betting at this point. I will come on to trading later on in the series. Probably the next video, actually. And then we've went and lost the next three. As I've highlighted there, just an absolute glut of goals for some reason, which is unheard of for the South American leagues. 3 games there, and there's 18 goals. So we lost all those. Basically, that was our closest one. This one here in the middle. It ended up 3-2, and we were looking for 2-2 max. However, looking at the game, the third goal for the home team went in at just before half time, was in injury time in the first half, so it wasn't as close as it looks, to be honest, because the stake had been lost by half time. However, on that one, we could have got out, if we'd been trading, we could have got out at a profit when it went to 1-1, because it went on to 1-1 quite early, I think at the 28th minute, so we could have traded out at that point before it went to 2-1. It actually went to 2-1 the 45th minute, so if you'd got out just before half time, obviously we're going to be looking at like options to get out. I'm going to try and do some sort of semi-live recordings where I go through the progress of a game, going through the theory on whether we trade out or stay in. When it hit 1-1 at 28 minutes, I would have probably at least stayed in another 5 or 10 minutes to make sure there wasn't another quick goal, which there wasn't. So potentially it could have come out about the 40th, 45th minute before it went to 2-1, because it just drifted away at 2-1, because the home team was actually pummeling the away team. So it looked like they were going to get a second, and then they actually got a third as well just before half time was 3 minutes after. So I think it was 45 and 45 plus 3. So that was that one. We could have made a profit, but obviously we lost the stake, so we lost £2.50. This game here weren't really in it. That one got scuppered by a red card in the 10th minute to the home team. You can see here we've kind of got the home team favoured. The only result we've got in favour of the away team is a 0-1. But we had 2-0 and 2-1 for the home team, and once that red card came in the 10th minute, the away team just put a bit of pressure on. They actually took the lead, and then the home team actually equalised. But I don't think there was any point where we were actually in profit. We could have got a scratch trade where we could have come out with 0 profit or a slight loss, because even at one, as soon as the red card come in, it was just negative for us, because we only had like the away team scoring 1 goal, and they got that pretty shortly after as well. And then this one, 5-3. Not sure what happened. Well, I wasn't even looking at the finish. It was just like a goal glut, and we had 2-2. I don't think there was any point in the game where we could have taken a profit out of that. We could have done a scratch trade, but I don't know if we would have actually been in a position to do that at any point. So that was a bit of a write-off as well. This game did come in though. I haven't actually looked at the timings of it, but we've got a nice 1-1 there, so we got 92 pence profit. It was actually, I've added this column with maximum P&L, which is showing up in Fairbot, because I just want to know whether there's certain games worth doing, certain games not. It's a bit one of the ideas as well is where we've only got 4 scores. Do they look good or do they look bad? We've obviously lost our first one, but only slightly. When you look at it, the actual score line, forget about what I said about the half-time thing. But we've only lost it slightly. But we need to look at the rest as we go. So we need to build this up as best we can. So this is the betting stats at the minute then. We're currently running at minus 0.18 points, so we're 46 pence down. So our £250 bank is now £249.54. Not the end of the world. I think that was a strange set of results there, just by the number of goals that had gone in. So all I'm going to do today is I'm going to put this one on. I'm going to put this one on. and I'm going to put this one on because you can see that they're both the 27th, but they're both 1 a.m. in the morning. The other thing as well is I want to see if certain leagues have better results. I'm looking forward to getting on some of the sort of English stuff here, domestic stuff, because got more time to sit and watch them during. I mean, I'm not sitting up 1 o'clock and trading these. So I think when it comes to actually changing from betting to trading, I won't be trading on. I won't be putting these on anyway because they're 1 o'clock in the morning. I won't be sitting watching them. I'll do the ones where I've got like the couple of hours to spare. So, for example, that one there kicks off at 5 o'clock tomorrow. And if I was around between 5 and 7 to sit and watch it, I'd probably sit and trade that and watch what was going on in the game. Even if I wasn't able to watch the game live, you can watch the updates on SofaScore. I'll just show you one of those quickly. So I could be, say this one, for example, here's the 5-3 one. You can sit and watch this graph build up, for example. You can see how the home team were absolutely dominating that, but the away team went 2-0 up straight away. Which meant because we only had a maximum of 2-2, we were always on a downer after that because as soon as it got to there, it was always negative because they'd hit the maximum. We had no further exposure on that. A third goal would have seen them, way ahead of what we'd put on and us losing our stake. So if we go down the bottom here, you can see it was 2-0 after 13 minutes, which was mental because I think at half time on this one, actually, I remember looking at this one at half time, and it was 2s each, and there'd been 2 shots on target for the away team and 2 shots on target for the home team, and all 4 had gone in, which was crackers. But that's football, isn't it? We wouldn't sit and watch it otherwise. And then the goals just continued in the second half. Like I say, if I can't watch a game live, I can still look at this being built up as we go. And also, more importantly, if you're in Fairbot, you can actually sit and watch the odds change and green up. And I'm going to show that in the next video. You can see the 4 results here, that on my spreadsheet. What I'll do is, I'll clear these. You can remove closed markets. All these games are finished now, so you can click on remove closed markets. And then what I'll do is I'll look for today's. It was ABC, wasn't it? So if I go to football fixtures here, I'll just move this out of the way a little bit. And it's the 26th today. And there should be, there it is there, ABC, which is the next one on our list. Click on correct score. And then if we go over the spreadsheet, ABC, looking at 0-0, 0-1, 1-0 or 1-1. So again, we're looking for a very, very low scoring game. Just like last night, he says jokingly. So if we go back to Fairbot, so we want just 0-0. Oops. I'm right clicking then instead of left clicking. So we want to click on bets, Dutch backing. We're putting still 250 on. I should probably really change it down to £2 because I'm between £200 250, but I'm so close to 250. I'm just going to leave it at £2.50. So we want 0-0, 0-1. We want the 1-0, and we want the 1-1, and that's our bet there. So it's coming out as £2.51, and our maximum profit there. I can't see that. Maximum profit would be 171. So you can look down all those greens. The most we can win is 171. So if I click submit on that, just to put that bet in. And what I can do as well, if I just click on this button up here, which adds it to the market list, you can see it's gone in there now. If you do that, you can just keep a check of the ones you've got bets on or trades on. All right, so I'm going to do the other 1 o'clock ones, but I'm not going to do those on video. I'm just going to do those separately. So you can see here I've got a 1 on the 27th at 1 in the morning and 1 on the 27th at 1 in the morning. And then anything from tomorrow morning onwards, I will put those bets on tomorrow. So these 1 and 2. And then it's a case of going back into trading the market tool and getting my next set of bets as well. Getting to the bottom of these ones. So maximum profit was it 171? I can't remember. I will double check that. And so I just put that in, and the stake was 251. And the only other thing I've added to this sheet is I'm bolding the rows that win. So if I've got a 1, I'm highlighting them in green if they win. So you can see here, these 3 won, these 3 lost. And in this column, I'm just showing the highest point where my bank was at its highest. So it's the maximum value of the bank. So at its highest, I had a bank of £256.13, but obviously now it's back down to £214.54. These 3 losses and the win. Fortunately, the win was only 92 pence, which is another thing I'll be looking at. I might take the view that anything under £1 or £1.50 isn't worth doing. It's not worth the risk, even though that one did win there. Do you really want to risk £2.50 to win 92 pence? You probably do, because it's still quite a high percentage of your £2.50. But I'm just putting that in just so I've got it there, so I can analyse that as well if necessary once we get some more data. But that's it for this one. I am going to probably put some time aside in the next day or two. I will keep recording this, but I'll put some time aside in the next day or two to actually start looking at trading these games, because that's what it's all about. Because at the minute, the concern is I'm just letting these run to the end and we're just backing them basically. They're just bets. But I was interested to see how we'd get on. So we've had a good day, we've had a bad day, and then I'm going to do a couple of more days, and then we'll get really into the trading of them. So I'll go through as many examples as I can, trying to explain where I'm getting out or where I'm coming out of the trade and greening up if possible, or where I'm getting out and losing some money taking the risk, because I think the idea in this one is to protect your stake. We need to be in a position where we're never in a position where we're losing the full stake, the full £2.50 stake. We want to be getting out even if we lose £1 or £1.50, because the losses, these 3 losses, have obviously hit the bank. Where if we could go out with these for say £1 each, that would be like a £3 loss as opposed to a £7.50 loss, which means the bank would have been £4 more, which would mean we would have still been in profit overall. Okay, thanks for watching that one. Cheers now, Gan Canny.